your cute NPCs that you're romancing, you had your cute little animals, you had your crops, you had a house that was paid off, stuff that's not happening in the real world right now. Hey guys, it's girl Puffs here, and welcome to my channel where I'm going to talk about a couple things. Gaming, God, pink stuff, girly stuff, all the things, because I love those things, and I love making videos and content, and honestly had a channel called Puffs a while ago. It got kind of big. I didn't really like the content I was making at the time, and I deleted it, and now I'm back with Puffs without 2 eyes, not 1 eye, but it's cool. So, this is my channel. I am super excited, because honestly I love making content more than anything in the world, and talking to you guys, and it's just one of my favorite things, okay? So yeah, if you like any of those things I talked about before, hit the like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave a comment down below. And actually, questions of the day are style savvy games. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite? Have you ever played any of those games in the series? Have you ever played any Harvest Moon games? Because I've played a good chunk of them, almost all of them, and I love them. And also, ooh, what's your favorite Bible verse? My favorite, Romans 8:28, we know all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. And yeah, he's got a plan for you and purpose for you. So yeah, those are the questions of today. So without further ado, let's talk about Cottonville. So Cottonville, this game, when I tell you, came out of nowhere for me. Because I was sitting here, I saw the Kickstarter, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if this game is going to make it. Because I saw it about 13 days in, and it was not hitting the goal. It was kind of at a standstill, and I was like, let me come back to this game. Came back, and it hit its goal. I'm very proud of it, and it looks quite awesome. And if you're a fan of girly games like I am, I was sitting there like, ooh, 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 come on, little Angelica, let's go. And it did it, and I'm proud of them. Now, if you are part of the girly games genre lovers, as myself, you know Style Savvy, and it's like one of the most like iconic, amazing girly game franchises of all time in gaming, and I don't know why it has just gone through the trouble that it's gone through, and it's actually kind of really crazy. And there's been a lot of titles that tried to live up to the Style Savvy, like try to copy pasta the like graphics and the gameplay and all of that, and they just have not lived up to the standard of Style Savvy. Like Style Savvy is that girl of like girly games. The outfits, the clients, the razzle dazzle, the runway, all of that. It's just like you really felt like you were in this little town being a fashion boutique owner, living your best life. And it's just like nothing really has come close to it for me, in my opinion. And then Harvest Moon, it's its own little like amazing fantasy too. You had your cute NPCs that you're romancing, you had your cute little animals, you had your crops, you had a house that was paid off, stuff that's not happening in the real world right now. But it was just, so iconic. And like now they're slowly pushing out like girly games like now. Just they haven't been like living up to like some of the OG girly games that I just loved growing up. And it's hard. It's hard being such a girly game fan and just not having those titles. There's this new genre of like cozy games where it's slowly starting to cater back to the girly game, so I have hope. There are a couple titles that are coming out that I have a good amount of hope for, but just there's just something that scratched that itch that these like OG girly games like really like scratch for me. But this game popped up on my radar, and it had a gameplay blend of like two mechanics that I never would have thought would go together, but they are fantastically blended in this game, and we're going to talk about it. So Cottonville takes farming and fashion and it just smashes them up in a way that is actually just so satisfying to me. So you are dropped into this little town, and you take over a local atelier shop, and you're basically running it, and it has a small farm attached to the property. There's a couple different plots of land, so you can grow your crops, which you can turn your crops into fabric or dye to make outfits. And it's so genius. Like I literally never would have thought of it, but they thought of it and they made it, and it works quite well, and there's no end to how much they can expand on this game, which is really cool too. Like, if you look at the Kickstarter, there were goals that the developers were trying to meet. So they already have ideas in the future of what they want this game to be, which is fantastic, and all the ideas they have are great. I just can't wait. In the game, when you are farming, one thing that's nice, it's not on an energy system, but it is on a time system, so you are trying to get your stuff done during the day, but you can plant as many and grow as many crops as you can have space for, which is really nice, because like most of the time you get burnt. In other like farming games you get burned out and you can only do like a little bit per day, so that's really nice. The demo is actually available on Steam if you want to play it. I played it for about an hour and a half, which is pretty decent for a demo. It's the first 5 days of the game, so that's pretty nice. Progress your progress in the game. There are 2 shops. There's Poppy Petalsid Queen. She sells seeds and random crops, and there's Maddie Stitchworth, and she sells fabric and the blueprints for the outfits that you can unlock to sell to your clients throughout the game as well. So, and also once you start getting more money, you can start buying fabric to help speed up things, because buying just the fabric outright is so much faster than like planting the crops. Even though planting crops is fun, it's more rewarding, more satisfying, but like sometimes I just want to buy some pink fabric and make me a cute little dress, okay? I love in the beginning how the character is like, I finally found myself. I'm like, girl, I'm still trying to find myself, okay? Like, leave some for the rest of us. So you're actually whisked into a little character creator, and the character creator is actually pretty decent. There's a good amount of skin and hair and face options, which are really nice. You have your property that you have the shop in, and your bed and all of your like house stuff, and then you have the 3 little plots of land where you can grow crops. So the type of crops that you can grow on your farm are pretty much contingent to the things that you want to sell in your shop. So make sure you're planting your cotton, your bamboo, your base things, so you can have access to the fabric you need. At first I was planting like all the different kinds of flowers, because I was like, oh, these are so cute, and then I had no cloth to be able to make the outfits with. So plan accordingly, do not be me. Once you actually get into your rhythm of getting everything you need, the game goes by a lot more smoothly. The first couple days I'm struggling. I was like, I don't have any cloth, this is crazy. But you can also go out foraging, which I found that the foraging, it had about 8 or 9 different kinds of crops that you could gather every day. So there's some progress you can make just by strictly foraging, but it's not a lot. You gotta get in there, you gotta plant your crops, you gotta go to the seed shop, get your seeds, and make it work. You get the base fabric, the cotton, the bamboo, or the linen, and then you make that into the fabric, and take that and you dye it the color that you need, and then you make those into the outfits or accessories. There's shoes, hats, dresses, shirts. So they come into your shop. You can open your shop during the day. They come and you have to sell them things that are based on the requirements that they need. Now you could technically sell them anything, but it's not going to give you a good rating, and it's not going to give you a lot of money, and it's going to waste your time. So I would recommend having a good mix of colors and clothes available on hand every time you open up your shop, so you can serve the most amount of guests satisfyingly every time. And you get tips too, and if you like match what they actually want, you get tips, which is really nice. We are out here to replenish. There are going to be some kinds that come in that don't that have requirements that you don't have, but don't get discouraged. When the base game opens up, you'll have a lot more options. And yeah, this game just has a ton of potential to be amazing. Like, the game devs, again, they had that roadmap of things that they wanted to add into the game, but as they sell the game and as they build up money and as they develop the game, there's so many opportunities and options that they can just dive into this game. It's actually fantastic. Like, the possibility of romancing the characters is so cute. Like Harvest Moon, that was like one of my favorite things to do with Harvest Moon, is just the storyline of getting to become friends and eventually romance and give the little blue feather to your lover at the end and see them grow their family. It's just so cute. So like, I definitely think this game has a lot of potential. It's really adorable. I love, obviously, the fashion aspect is fantastic. The outfits are so cute. They can also add more outfits as the game develops as well. It's like they said they had about 60 base outfits with, and then color variations, so like 120 probably options in total, but they can add even more colors, more clothes, and more hairstyles, and more skin textures, and there's just so much they can do with this game. I'm super stoked. You can download the demo. It's on their Steam page. It's kind of at the bottom. It's in a weird spot. It's not like where it normally is. I recommend downloading it, hyping up the developers. This game did meet its Kickstarter goal, so it is going to come out. I wanted to make sure that it was going to come out, to be honest, before I talked about it, because I was a little scared. When I first saw it, I was hoping it was going to make it, and it did. And it's super, super cute, and I love just everything about it. The only thing that was kind of blowing me was when you water your crops, you have a watering can, and it took, I think you only got about 6 or 7 pours until you had to go back to the little well that's nearby to refill it, and it was just like not enough pours for me, but I'm sure they could fix that in the game later on if we like give them feedback. But yeah, it's super enjoyable. I loved it so much. You should download it. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like any of the things I talked about and you want to give this channel support, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Love you, but Jesus loves you more. Have a great day.